What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Forza Horizon 2. In the last episode, we finished off the Modern Supercars Championship in Montalino, and we're actually heading back towards Montalino right now. I am going to be grabbing a couple of things on the way, and we're going to be taking on a bucket list challenge before we begin our next road trip, all in this video. So I think I can probably just cut across here and grab this thing at this point. So let's do that. There we go. Now there was another one on the way there, so let's flip our way around with an awesome drift. Heck yeah. Let's see if we can get ourselves back on the road without crashing. Gosh dang it, you slowed down. I know you did. You were trying to make that happen, you jerk. All right. So 2 miles away, we'll get there pretty quickly. No problem. What if I don't feel like taking the first exit? What if I feel like just hopping the roundabout like that, huh? You don't know me, GPS lady. Wonder if I could like change the GPS. You know, like they always have those language settings, and it speaks in a different language and it's a completely different voice. That'd be cool if you could. I mean, you probably could actually. I haven't even checked the setting for that, but I don't know. Maybe if you'd probably have to like change the language of the entire game though to make it work, as opposed to just specifically changing the GPS setting, because honestly I would love for like some Japanese woman to give me directions to where to go this entire time. I think that would be pretty hilarious. Believe it or not, that's actually something that it's actually something I do at work. So funny enough, I actually my job is as a delivery driver for a lumber and moldings company, and I drive trucks all day at work, and we do have a GPS that tells us where to go. And as a little joke, we always try to basically every day we leave it as like a random voice on the GPS that's like speaking in a different language, just to throw each other off, me and my co-driver. And often that thing gets set to Japanese, and it's quite hilarious. But you know, the things you do to keep yourself entertained at work. Anyway, let's get over here and let's start this bucket list up, which I have actually no idea what it's going to be, with a McLaren F1, and it's a speed trap. Okay. I think I've actually done this one before. Obviously not in the Let's Play, but I think I pretty vividly remember this one on one of my own playthroughs. So let's give it a shot. Now, what is our speed target? Yes, McLaren F1 is like this is actually one of the fastest cars in the game. It is such an excellent car. But my only problem with the McLaren F1 in this game is its handling is pretty poor in its speed class compared to a lot of others. That's the thing you got to be like mindful of. Like, I know the Bugatti Veyron is so famous for how fast it is, and yes, it does have a maxed out stat of like 10 speed in this game, but its handling is garbage. And that's kind of how it is in real life. Like, it's not a very agile car. It's very heavyweight, honestly. It's really bulky. So it makes sense. In this game, it's fast, but that's all it is. So there are actually much better alternatives to that car. In fact, the Bugatti Veyron is like one of the last supercar, quote unquote, cars in this game that I would ever recommend to anybody, because it's just kind of clunky. And the McLaren F1 is sort of the same. I wouldn't say it's as bad as the Veyron, mind you. I would be more focused on likes of like the McLaren P1 or the Koenigsegg or the Spagna or things like that. I am not going to beat that speed target. I need to try again. Holy crap. I shouldn't have slowed down at that turn. I didn't think about it, that we were that close. So I'm going to give that another shot. Of course, the other problem you're going to be dealing with a car like this is its acceleration is not really all the best. So, yeah, that's another thing to be mindful of. Okay, we're coming up on that turn, so let's not slow down really much at all this time. We're going to just cut across, grab some air. Perfect, go, and we got this. Yep, no problem. There we go. Yeah, I didn't realize. My problem was that I just didn't realize how close I was to the speed trap, and it was like, oh, I'm just going to slow down here, even though it was like right around the corner. But there we go. All right, that one is done. All right, so let's head on over. We actually have one more. I see one more fast travel discount board that I can catch before we get out of here. So let me do that really quickly. All right, and now I think we can probably go like select another car, maybe a brand new car to take on this next road trip. So let's do that really quickly. Okay, so we can continue. Let's take a look in our garage really quickly at what we got. I don't really have all that much. I've got the Audi RS3, BMW Z4, which I was using at the beginning, the Ferrari Challenge Stradale, which I'm never going to use again, Honda S2000, Mazda, Mercedes SLS AMG. That one, oh, what class is that actually? I have no idea what class that. Oh, Super GT. Okay. Nissan Skyline GTR, Super Impreza. I'm not going to use that again. Okay, so I could do the Super GT class. I'm not a fan of that car's handling though, so let's take a look inside the auto show really quickly and see what we can find. If there's anything fun that we're going to use. Like I said, I kind of want to take a little more low-key this time around. So let's see. Actually, what were some of those highlight cars? Ford Focus, Chevrolet. Nope, not going to use that. I've already done the hot hatch class. Haven't done the super hot hatch. So let's see. Why don't let's go all the way down. In fact, I'm going to do a little bit of skipping here real quick, so give me a second. I think we're going to actually get ourselves something really cheap here with the Ford Mustang King Cobra, and then we're going to drop a bunch into upgrading this thing. So let's see if we can get some pretty cool designs out of this. Although I have been seeing some interesting designs popping up on here lately. Now, the servers for the Forza Horizon 2 really aren't all that well supported anymore. So I believe designs themselves aren't really updating anymore. So what you see is kind of just what you get at this point. I kind of want to go with one of the recommended ones. I honestly really liked this one right here at the beginning, but I also kind of like this rusty look here. So let's, you know what? I think we'll stick with this one. Just a pretty simple Shelby Cobra design. There we go, and we'll just buy that with the CR that we have. Honestly, I could have just spent some of the tokens I had and saved the 5,000 CR, but whatever. 5,000 CR doesn't take very long to get anyway. You get it more than that after one race. So let's drop a bunch into upgrading this darn thing. Okay, and I'm thinking here, let's take a look at Class A and how much of an upgrade that's going to be. So that's 56,000. I think that's pretty reasonable, honestly. Let's compare that, though, to... Let's compare it to an S1. Let's see. It's actually not that much worse. Although, honestly, I would really like to preserve as much CR as I can because there is something that I'm saving up for at the moment. So I think because the game automatically gives you with 100 tokens, I'm going to use those right now and just not worry about them ever again. And we'll just drop those on, upgrading this Cobra as much as we can. And I think we'll ride around in Class A. I don't want to go all the way up to S1 because that's going to make things a little bit too difficult, I think. So let's do this thing. Continue road trip to, what even is that? St. Martin. All right, cool. So let's do our current one, which is in the U.S. Street Muscle Championship. Let's do this thing. All right, let's see how this thing even handles. I have no idea what I'm honestly in for with this thing. Ooh, actually, I kind of like the way this feels already. Like, you can automatically just kind of get a feel with the way a car feels as soon as you start using it and start wiggling it around a little bit. And, yeah, this car is not so bad at all, honestly. Yeah, I actually really like that. I was a little bit worried because a lot of the U.S. Street Muscle cars that I was looking at were in the Fast and Furious edition class. And a lot of those had excellent speed stats, but they were really lacking in the handling stat. Well, honestly, most of the U.S. Street Muscle cars are lacking in speed and kind of worried me, or handling, excuse me. So, well, that was just stupid. A lot of them concerned me, and honestly, this one, I mean, it's still not it's not perfect, but it's definitely like noticeably better, I think. So, we should be able to get some good mileage out of this in the next tournament, I think. So, yeah. All right, let's keep going. Okay. It's not perfect. Like, this is not Nissan GTR levels of good, so I'm going to have to get used to it a little bit for sure. I mean, honestly, comparing it to the Nissan GTR is a little bit silly anyways, considering that car is almost impeccable. Like, it has, like, no downsides to it whatsoever. Okay, let's see if we can just cut across this field. I mean, why not, right? Oh, maybe this wasn't the smartest idea. Okay! Well, it worked. Oh, never mind. It's not working. Jeez. Yeah, this is gonna take a little bit of getting used to. I can promise you that. All right. So we got 5 miles left on it, and honestly, I really do like the way that looks. Like, I know it's a very simple design, simple decal, simple paint job, all that stuff. But I mean, first of all, it was none of the other real recommended designs were doing it a whole lot of favors. But I also have to imagine that this car isn't all that popular, considering how low end it is. But I really wanted to kind of go cheap on this tournament, which Might bite me in the butt because this car might not be able to hold up in any of the races that I do. So, yeah, that might be a problem. But, if we can make it through this tournament, fine. I should be able to get myself something really nice for the next tournament after that. Or maybe a couple tournaments down the road. I do want to get myself a hypercar at one point, as well as some good track toys, and those cost a lot of money in this game, like a lot. And honestly, for not all that much, with not all that much value, if I'm being honest. Track toys are kind of, they're fast, but they don't really have all that much else to them. And I think, honestly, I think they're kind of ugly, not gonna lie. And but they cost a fortune, and I still want to, you know, experience basically every single class in this game as we go through it. Obviously not every single subclass, because that's kind of impossible. There just aren't enough tournaments for that. But yeah. Anyways, this guy is doing the mash, but is he going to do the monster crash is the real question. Oh, geez. Oh, I'm glad I broke through that. You never know, honestly, if the fences are going to be solid or not. But let's keep moving. I'm going to have to do an SUV tournament at some point. I'm actually not excited for that. SUVs are, I mean, it's the same in every game. SUVs are just kind of lame, honestly. So there's a track toy right there that we're just going to go past. All speed, really nothing else to them. I mean, I guess I should say they have pretty good braking, pretty good launch. It's just their handling stat and their acceleration stat are just kind of meh. If I'm remembering it correctly, anyway. I don't know how we're keeping up with this Ferrari, but we absolutely are, and that's kind of cool. I mean, it's probably just because he's AI and he's not. He's kind of staying with us rather than us staying with him. Because their speed kind of conforms to the player in these little road trips. Which, by the way, why did they give us so much time to make this road trip? Like, seriously, we still have 11 minutes to spare and we're only a mile away. What is going on? I'm honestly actually confused. Okay. Okay, we're good. There we go. Can I catch this Ferrari? I kind of want to, but I don't even think that's possible. Ooh, there's an XP board right near the festival location, so that's good. Pardon me. And here we are. Welcome to St. Martin.
US Street Muscle Championship is great fun. There's always a few wannabe rockers looking like they just stepped out of the 50s. Which race you want to do first, mate?
The race to the XP board. Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, wouldn't it technically be like San Martin or something like that? Like, oh, we got a barn find rumor. Actually, we can do that as well. So let's go get this XP board, do the barn find, and then we'll call this episode quits. And in the next episode, we can actually begin the tournament. So it's looking like, to me, this XP board is actually down here this way. I really hope, though, I really do hope that this barn find is actually nearby and not like on the other end of the map, because that can happen sometimes. Ooh, 7,500. I will absolutely take that. Okay, please be a good wheel spin this time. I'll take a car or a large CP sum. CR sum. 19,000 is not terrible, actually. All right, where is this barn find at? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's all the way back in. I'm not going all the way back to Monolino. I mean, how much is fast traveling to the... I don't want to go all the way back to Monolino for that. Like, gosh dang it, game. I hate it when it does that. I really do. I really wish the barn finds would actually be, like, nearby, but nope. Unfortunately, I think I just hurried out of Monolino too quickly. But we're going to be going after this race in the next episode. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Forza Horizon 2. I hope you all enjoyed it very much, and I will see you all in the next one.